Hey everybody, it's Jake Mace, the vegan athlete, back here with my friend Shamus O'Leary. You just came over today to my place, Longevity Gardens, and you were marveling at the Barbados cherry or Acerola tree that I got from you. I bought from you before we were friends, before I really knew you. And it was in like a 3-gallon pot, kind of like this. This is like a 2-3 gallon.
Yes. So
it was in a very small pot, and I didn't have a huge budget for growing trees, but I had a little bit, so I bought what I could afford.
Right.
And was this, and now this guy is how big? How big of a pot could he go in now?
This would be the equivalent, probably close to a 65-gallon
Like
tree.
a 65-gallon?
Yeah.
In just a little over a year?
Yeah. This would be right now, this would be a $1,000 plant if we had this in a pot. And
Nice.
that's in a year and a half's time.
Do you want to dig it up and sell it?
Sure. I'd love to.
No, we got to keep it in the ground. We got to keep it there. But it is quite remarkable. I've already eaten hundreds of cherries off this guy, and it seems like he alternates months. 1 month he'll do flowers, the next month he'll do fruit consistently throughout the entire year.
Correct.
Right? So last month there was a ton of pink, beautiful flowers like this on the guy. He was loaded. That was about 2-3 weeks ago. And now he's loaded with cherries that are in different stages of growth, like this green one here, like this one that's about a week away from being ripe here. So in about another 2 weeks, this will have 200 cherries back on them.
Yeah, the cool thing with Barbados is they'll turn from flower to edible fruit within 30 days.
Wow,
so
that's
you
quick.
don't have to wait a few months. So for us impatient gardeners, you get to see something happen.
And what's unique about this? Is it like a normal cherry tree?
It's a tropical cherry from the Caribbean, from Central America.
Okay.
So they like heat, they like sun. They can be a little cold sensitive if you live in a part of the country where you're going to get down into the mid-20s or such.
Okay.
But high 20s, low 30s, generally not a problem. A tree this mature, in a cold winter you might have a little bit of burn at the edges, the tips of the foliage, but you'll be fine through the winter.
That's what I had exactly. I put one sheet on them.
Right.
And the top layer was a little damaged, but the rest of the tree was fine.
Right.
And then he grew back very quickly once the temperatures rose.
Yeah, and you'll notice too that yours is in a lot nicer shape than mine.
Okay.
Because you have yours in full sun.
I do.
Mine is in a part of the yard where it's getting shaded most of the day, so it's growing kind of awkward.
So these guys want the sun.
They want full sun. Put them out in full sun, and you have a nice shape to the tree. Good, real good structure.
It almost looks like a weeping style tree.
Yeah.
So I'm really impressed with this one. I'm glad that we got this one going. I had no idea what an Acerola was when I first got them from you.
Right.
But now I've learned that they have some of the highest levels of vitamin C of all foods.
Correct. Like 15 times the amount of an orange.
Right, and they're delicious, but the birds also like them.
Yes.
So I put my little owl friend over there trying to do some bird security with the Acerola Barbados cherry. And people can get these from you in all stages and all sizes.
Correct. We generally carry 3, 7, 15, and 25 gallon size.
And you always say that if you can afford it, buy bigger, but why do you want to buy a bigger tree from the beginning?
Well, in general, that would apply towards slower growing plants that take a long time to fruit. Barbados would actually be at the other end of that. That would be an exception. So you're okay getting by with a 3 or 7 gallon plant because you're going to have fruit right away on them. They're mature right from the get-go.
Nice.
With other types of trees that take a long time to fruit, that's when you want to step up and get something that's a little more mature.
Because you're getting a tree that will fruit quicker.
Correct.
But this one, a 3, 5, 7 gallon would be great.
They'd be fine.
And what month would you plant it if you had the perfect planting time?
Actually, Barbados can be planted anytime.
Anytime?
Yeah.
Wow, great. Sounds like a win-win.
It does.
All right, well thanks for the great tree, and I'm glad it's growing so well.
More than welcome.